one who probably has the most hurdles.
Okay. No worries. We have you guys out. This is something that we've been trying to look into clients at spoken publishers. We've proposed this same idea for a friend based in Jakarta. They run it's a group of magazine. They run Cosmopolitan, a lot of this fashion magazine and all that. So
hello, hi everyone. So just gonna give a couple more minutes for everyone to join the call for today. But before we begin, some of you may recognize my face, some of you may not. But no harm done. Hello everyone. Hello to all of our new friends. Hi, my name is Heidi, and I'll actually be your host for today. So before we go any further, for those of you who have joined us already, I just wanted to be the first to say welcome to the CC Digital launch. So we'll be starting very soon in the next 5 minutes, but we're just waiting for everybody to join us. So for those of you who are here, do get comfortable, get what you need, and get ready, because in today's session, we actually have a lot of super exciting content for all of you. And shameless plug, but speaking of interesting content, if you are joining us here for the first time, or, you've been stalking us for a while, but have yet to follow, do check us out on Instagram. That is definitely where we are the most active. And you can find us at Cult Creative KL if you just want to kind of learn a little bit more about this community, this growing community here in KL. So, do feel free after this session, or even, if you feel like it during the session, do come through DMs, come and say hi, here at Cult Creative. When we say that everyone is welcome, we well and truly do mean that everybody is welcome. So do feel free to come through and just share your ideas or thoughts, anything that's been inspiring you lately, any feedback that you have on the content that we've been creating. We love to hear all of it. And of course, for those of you who have been sticking, keeping up kind of with the content that we've been putting up, do share us your thoughts on that as well. What do you think? Is there anything that we have yet to put up that you want to see, local makers or creative crushes that you personally are crushing on, do share that with us as well. Recently I'm sure we've been inspired by a lot of different things. I personally have been super inspired by rattan. So I've been stalking a lot of our local, rattan artisans. So, if you have any recommendations for me, you can slide those through the Cult Creative DM as well. We would love to hear from you guys. So now actually it is almost time for our official programming to begin. So before we go through all of that, maybe I just want to give all of you a little hint of what we'll actually be doing for today. And so to get everybody up to speed, whether you've been with us from day one or you're just joining us here for the first time, welcome. We are actually going to be having some core members of Cult Creative coming over today to kind of walk you through the A's to Z's of Cult Creative. And then, maybe I am a little biased. Actually, no, that's actually like a flat out lie. I am super, super biased. We do recommend that you stick with us throughout the entire programming, because on top of talking about what we have done, we're actually going to drop some little hints throughout the session today of things that we are actually kind of working on, the super exciting things that we've been working on. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those, do stick around for the entire session. And at the end of the session, all of you, our lovely e-guests, will actually have the chance to experience one of our newest initiatives here at Cult Creative, and that is actually our digital experiences. So the digital experience that we have set aside for you guys today is actually an art jam hosted by Johor-based graphic artist, and if we are very proud to say one of our creative crushes from #CreativeCrushWednesday, Sherwan Rozan. So I am not gonna sit here and go on about how many cool things that he's done. You can actually check that out for yourself. His socials on Instagram is Sherwan Rozan. So do feel free to peep that after our session has wrapped. And of course, I do want to give a little highlight for those of you who are joining us today who have yet to receive your art kit. Do feel free to just grab, I'm sure all of you creatives have some art supplies around the house. Today we're playing with the paint, So, if do grab your art supplies, if you have a canvas handy, get that as well. If not, any art paper will do the trick. At the end of the day, we just want to encourage everyone to come together and just take some time out of today to, create and connect with other creatives. So now to kick things off, I'm sure those of you who have been following us on Instagram at Cult Creative KL, I'm sure you've seen that we've actually teased this project. But all of you here today will actually be some of the first to see, our official Cult Creative video. So let's get on to the premiere. We hope you guys enjoy.
It's not easy trying to chase passion, especially what we do. We're changing a stigma saying that we're non-essential, even troublemakers. A lot of creators feel undervalued and even misunderstood, and we're trying to change something about it.
It's all in the name. Cult Creative is a community that aims to empower and champion local creatives in ever-growing industry. We also want to empower creatives with tools and resources their future self will thank them for. I'm talking about learning from panel discussions, mixers, experiences, and workshops.
There are so many talented individuals out there, from the underdogs to creative veterans. We hope to connect them with each other and to opportunities they never knew they could have. Whether the person is a designer, photographer, illustrator, event planner, Cult Creative is for them. We may just be starting out, but we have big, and we mean huge plans that we can't wait to share with everyone.
We just want to see creatives being taken seriously. And really, there's no other platform in the region that's doing this.
So before we move on into our next segment, I actually wanted to start off by just saying a huge thank you so much to the Go Down KL, Zalora Malaysia, and of course all of our creative crushes who were so nice to take some time out of their day to actually come and be a part of the video. As cliche as it sounds, we really hope that you guys enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it. And honestly, just being able to be there on the shoot day was kind of surreal. It really felt like Cult Creative came to life that day, and just, to be amidst all these creatives, it was kind of scary because they're so artsy and I'm not super artsy, but it was just a very welcoming space with a lot of really cool people. And speaking of cool people, we actually have 3 of them here today. And for those of you who are just joining us, who don't know, or maybe who have been with us, but they don't get enough spotlight, these are actually 3 of our co-founders who have nurtured Cult Creative to become what it has today. So I think once again, for those of you who are just joining us, who have been with us from the start, I think just it would be nice to give everybody a little context. So let's kick it off with a round of introductions. Maybe Shermaine, we'll start with you.
Hi guys, my name is Shermaine and I'm the CEO of Cult Creative.
Hi everyone, I'm Manisha Jagan and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer of Cult Creative.
Hey guys, I'm Lena and I'm the Editorial Director of Cult Creative.
So now a little bit of, I think, before we start off and go really into, A to Z of what Cult Creative is, I think it would be nice for everyone if we could get, just walk down memory lane and kind of revisit how and why Cult Creative came to be.
So Cult Creative started amidst the height of COVID when my team and I at Tish, we realized that the creative community got the biggest blow when it came to COVID, with projects getting cancelled, projects getting postponed indefinitely, causing many jobless and even unemployment at our highest rate now, which is 5%. So in the spirit of Kita Jaga Kita, we wanted to shine light on our creative underdog friends and even just shine light on the community and to show them what they've been working on. So we have a series of content like Creative Crush Wednesdays, where we feature up-and-coming creatives. We've got local makers, small businesses who are making a difference in the community, and also Cult Radio Galaxy weekly playlist by our creative friends, and In Session where we work with and we speak to creative leaders on how they pivot and innovate in the new normal. And over the last 6 months, we've actually garnered over 12,000 followers on our social platforms. So thank you so much for all the support you've been getting.
And honestly, it's kind of a bit surreal to hear 6 months because like there's been so much growth. I think with Cult Creative, it doesn't feel like 6 months. It kind of feels like we've known the cult forever. So but I'm sure with even with it constantly evolving, there are definitely some core values I'm sure that are that stick around. And so like for you personally, what are some of the important values that Cult Creative holds?
Yeah. Thanks for that, Heidi. I think definitely starting as just a community initiative, like it is innovating, and that's why we're all here today to share what we've been working on and where we want to bring Cult Creative to next. So I think one of the values that we've been keeping a strong hold from the very, very beginning is I think the value of being fearless. So as creatives, we really have to hone on our fearless nature of creating and trying new things and taking risks, even when sometimes we're labeled as non-essential. I think we wanna go against the grain. Creatives have been known to go against the grain anyway. So we wanna call out to everyone to come together during this time and be part of this collective, because that's I think really important. As creatives, we have to be fearless, in order to continue to create. So I think that's one value that I think it's really important. Also, I think we practice that when we're trying to innovate Cult Creative to what it is now today, right? And moving forward. So for example, like Charmaine, she leads Tish events, and working with creatives there. And Lina, she's basically been in the editorial and media industry for nearly a decade now. And me personally, I've worked with artists, doing an artist management agency. So we all want to lead this creative industry forward as a collective. Now it's more important than ever, with the whole world changing and in this pandemic, it's so important to be digital and virtually connected.
Yeah, so actually in my role as well, when we were looking at content and some of the things that we wanted to roll out, a central theme came through, and it was about empowerment, empowering the creatives and inspiring them and being able to provide them resources and tools for them to next level their career and their skills, and to be able to connect and transform their where they are to be the best version of themselves. Especially in this, like Manish mentioned, like in this next normal where everyone's so digital.
I think to also add from Lina and Manisha's point is that we often forget that creatives are very agile, resilient, and very curious creatures. We've got this insatiable hunger and thirst to always learn things, creative problem solve. And so I feel like these are values and also qualities that not only creatives should have, everybody should adopt them as well.
I think that's one of the things I think that makes Cult Creative quite different is that here we want to extend that, right? We want to extend it to like everyone. And I think that talking about how like just creatives, like I think in general now, like the pattern that we're seeing is that all of them do so many different things. And I think that's really kind of what's unique about Cult Creative is that it's almost reflected in the platform, like with all the different segments that have been done. And so talking about that, like what are some of your personal like favorite segments that we've done so far?
Yeah, I think like just what you mentioned, actually featuring emerging creatives has been one of my favorite segments, because I not only discovered new creatives through Cult Creative and the team curating, the list, but also it's good to be featuring these emerging next talent, and also the local makers to kind of hone like our Malaysian creativity, So besides that, also, some of our creative influences do come from global trends, and it's nice to see how it's resonated and what they've been inspired by. So I think that's really awesome. And because of that, also we've been receiving good feedback. Like people have been writing in, creatives themselves have been writing in to want to be featured. So that's really exciting, and I think that's also sort of like motivates us to continue to like innovate Cult Creative. So that's really good, and we've actually featured some of the creative crushes in the video campaign. So that's nice.
Yeah, it was so great to see everyone sort of come together and see that they actually believe in the things that we do, right? And so from starting out on Instagram, we saw so much potential to grow even further internally. We knew there was potential for growth. There was an opportunity to grow it. So we have expanded by providing a platform, creating a website with in-depth interviews with the creative crushes and the local makers that we've had before. And we're also aiming to provide the resources and the white papers and downloadables via the in-session and the sessions that we have with industry leaders. These are like almost mentorship kind of like the go-to, right? And that stems from some of the things that we've been doing.
Yeah, adding to that, because we're in the business of experiences, we know how important it is to connect and also network with the right community. And that's why over the recent CMCO, we launched and rolled out a series of virtual experiences. We've got Cult Mixer, and we've got even in-session panel discussion. We've got a digital mentorship workshop where we feature creative mentors as well.
So I think like talking about just like sliding this in here. For those of you who are just joining us, hello, new friends. Just wanted to give you a heads up that actually, you will actually have the chance to experience one of these digital experiences at the end of the session. So do stick around for that. And I think, now that we've kind of covered what Cult Creative has done, I think it's, of course, everyone would also like to know where it's headed. So kind of, in this like ideal extra, like, sky is the limit. Like, where is Cult Creative headed?
Okay, our big vision for Cult Creative is to build a creative collective for the future. So our mission has to sort of redefine success for the future and make sure that the creatives are equipped and empowered with the right sort of the skill sets as well. And the world right now is borderless, and we want to eliminate the barriers of opportunities, which are cost, time, and accessibility. And that's why we not only want to work with Malaysian creatives, we also want to work with ASEAN creatives. We want to shine light on ASEAN. And in 2021, we're working towards a creative hybrid festival where we will connect creators of today and tomorrow. And also we're introducing our beta professional networking app designed by creatives for creatives.
Yes.
Yeah, so because of that, because we worked in the industry, we knew there was some pain points, but specific pain points in terms of recruiting a creative. Let's say we wanted to recruit a graphic designer to finish his job, or to recruit a writer, or for us in the editorial, if we wanted to feature someone and find an artist and see their works, it was all very nebulous because you'd have to call a friend, message them, ask around, post a call to action on Instagram and say, please write in.
And that kind of limits
who you know.
Your pool, right?
It's a pool. So what we're aiming to do, and this is the vision, is to create this LinkedIn that's tailored to creatives for them to showcase their work, position themselves, brand themselves, show people who they are, communicate with each other and network. And the only way they can create is by collaborating. And so that's the key feature that you will probably be seeing later on. And very exciting stuff.
Definitely. I think, Heidi, you probably have, checked out LinkedIn and stuff. You can share, your experience as a creative, how it is for you. But personally, we're really excited about the app, which I think you have a deeper look into it. Charmaine's going to walk us all through it later. But besides these exciting things lined up for 2021, we want to actually do more. Right, so we want to include a job portal. We want to include an e-commerce plugin, because creatives, they create, and I'm sure they could sell it and monetize. So we want to do so many things, but we got to start somewhere. So from the stage of being more of a community collective, and then now, you know, we're rolling out the app, the platform with the resources. You know, we're definitely going back to the community to garner support, and that's why today we're also launching our PitchIN crowdfunding campaign. So yeah, and we're looking to raise funds through the community to garner support and for all these plans and efforts that we want to roll out in 2021. So it's really important for us to know that creatives actually want this, you know, and also before rolling out the next stages. So I think this is really important. So we want to lead the community, the creative community, into the future, starting with Cult Creative. So we want to also call on all the creatives and the supporters of creatives and other stakeholders to come and pledge on PitchIN. Yeah.
And of course, for those of you who may not be able to actually like pitch in into our official PitchIN, you could also do us a huge favor by just spreading the news. Tell everyone. Like Manisha mentioned, not just creatives, supporters of creatives, but in our eyes, there's no such thing as a non-creative. Everyone definitely has the ability to create. So this is definitely for all of you, and of course, like for us and the call as well, it would mean the world. And also, like, it would just be so, I think, just encouraging for us to see that, so many who is behind this in all the things that we're doing.
Yeah, definitely. Just like how, we've created and innovated to this idea now is by having creatives write into us, sharing about what they want to see, being featured, and even when we shot the campaign video, we got like really great feedback from people being excited for this next step forward. So we want to see this excitement through our PitchIN campaign as well. Yeah.
So I think that pretty much wraps up our panel discussion for today. So actually moving into the next segment, like Manisha mentioned, all of you who are joining us today will actually have a chance to be one of the first few people to actually get a hint of this exciting stuff that we've been working on. So up next is actually going to be a app walkthrough with Charmaine, and she walks you through all the different things that makes Cult Creative App so special. See you in a bit.
Hey guys, 2020 has been a crazy year, but the future is a blank slate. Let's embrace that, and it starts with shifting our minds. We have to shift and adopt a creative mindset to see the silver lining for an opportunity to learn, unlearn, and relearn. We believe that everyone is a creative, and creativity is a muscle that you work out. Leveraging creativity will help us get to our next level. Acknowledge the creativity around you and use it to achieve your best life. Enter Cult Creative. We're an online platform for creators redefining success for the future. Our mission is to enrich, entertain, and inspire action through dialogue, engagement, and experience to impact the community in a positive and enriching way. The membership site comes with these premium features: a global access to community of like-minded creators across different industries. The type of industries include entertainment, music, film, literature, content creation, fashion, culinary arts, design, photography, and videography. Monthly digital experiences include the popular Cult Mixer, a digital networking session with a creative twist, in-session panel conversations, Meet Your Creative Mentor, a digital mentorship series, and workshops featuring creative veterans and entrepreneurs. We've also got exclusive downloadable resources for creators, and the best part, a professional networking app for the creative world to collaborate and find work globally. There's a significant gap in the market because existing professional platforms were built from another era. We intend to disrupt the traditional professional networking platforms like LinkedIn, which does not properly serve the creative community and does not reflect the aspiration and personality of future-focused creative professionals. On the other hand of the spectrum, many creatives currently only use Instagram to showcase their work and make connections. Our goal when building the Cult Creative app is to drive intention among members, from their profile creation to who they want to connect with the purpose of each connection. We believe that setting intentions from the very start, members can build an authentic, meaningful, and empowered connections. This revolutionizes the way we network in the new normal, which empowers connection and opportunities over job hunting. And currently in beta, members are able to seamlessly upload their resume, photos, videos, portfolios, and websites. Members can share their work experience visually alongside their horoscope reading and Myers-Briggs type as well. You can also access the directory of creators from different industries. We have a search bar at the top right-hand corner where you can find people of the same interests, star them, connect with them, and get in touch with them privately. I've got Lena here who I want to collaborate with, so I'm going to write her a message. And click, send. All right, so on the left-hand tab, we have the experience function for members to access digital experiences and resources through the app. We will also be rolling out the jobs feature in hopes of raising more awareness about job opportunities presented on the platform. How do we get to our vision? We need you guys. Today, we're calling out for your support to join and pledge so we can continue working towards empowering creators to build their own future. The PitchIN rewards includes a subscription to the platform in 2021 with access to the free professional networking app. Rewards only start from 35 ringgit and comes with a collectible Cult Creative merch as well. Our campaign starts today for a whole month, so click on the QR code in the link and we hope to see your profile in the app in 2021. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a great day.
And there it is, guys. So the big announcement. We hope that you guys are as excited as we are, for this launch of the new app. So do show us some love. Be it, share the news. Spread it around. Tell everyone. Like we mentioned, like with Cult Creative, we truly believe that everyone is a creative. Everyone has the ability to create in their own way. So we do hope to see you guys there on the app. And be able to have the opportunity to collaborate with you. So just a quick heads up to all of our media friends. Actually, after this next session, you will be heading straight into the digital experience. So don't be alarmed if you just kind of end up there towards the end. Now, of course, the final session, we can't force you to create, but we here at Cult Creative would not be who we are if we didn't highly encourage you to do so, because it's always a great time to just be able to meet all of you and kind of spend a little bit of time together creating something for yourself. But first, you will be joining our co-founders in a digital breakout room for an exclusive Q&A session, so you can get all the hot goss on anything that we may have missed out in the panel discussion. So we'll be sending you over in 3, 2, 1. And for all of our other creative friends, do feel free to take a quick moment to maybe grab a drink. If you're feeling a little peckish, grab yourself a snack. Because actually we right after this, we are going to be jumping right into our digital experience. So for those of you who are just tuning in, the digital experience that we have set for all of you today will actually be a art jam with one of our creative crushes, Sherwan Rozan. So if you were paying attention earlier as well, you may have even spotted him in our official video. So without further ado, please join me in welcoming our guest host for today, Sherwan. Hi, Sherwan, you're muted.
Yeah. Hi, good morning. My name is
Hello,
Sherwan,
morning.
and hi, I'm a graphic artist from Johor Bahru. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope everyone's having a great morning. I hope everyone has gotten their Cult Creative kit. You should be getting a 10 by 10 canvas and some paint and some brushes. Today I'm on paper just to only because of the session. Yeah. So a little bit about myself. I work with a lot of shapes. Most of my body of work is digital. So I'm kind of introducing you to the thought process of how I do things, and also inspired this kind of like little session. This is inspired by this really famous British artist called Michael Craig Martin. He plays a lot with lines, shapes, and colors. And from his paintings, it's pretty much, I wouldn't say we can achieve what he does, but we can aspire to do what he does. It's very doable for everyone at home. And if you don't have the kit, you can grab yourself like some art paper or even a A4 paper and a pencil so you can join in. Okay. So before we start, I kind of want to uh, get you to gather some stuff on the table, some small objects for you to kind of make it into the canvas. I've already pre-prepared some, if you can see. These are all objects that you can find around my table. I use my ruler, and this was ink calligraphy bottle that I use, and this is a lead pencil. But the idea is for you to kind of emulate what this Michael Craig Martin does. If you Google him real quick, you can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is a great way for you to kind of like play with composition, play with shapes, because I feel like it's not everyone can do hyper realist kind of paintings, and I think this is pretty much more accessible. You can do it with your friends or your family. And then I'll be doing one box with you today. I'm going to start with this ink bottle at the bottom because I like the round shape. So I'm just going to do it down here. I mean, there's no right or wrong way for you to do it. You can do freehand, but the idea is to kind of like plan out your painting first, because a lot of artists, the more experienced one, I would say, they can just paint straight away. They rely more on feeling and emotion, which is great. But like I'm the sort of person that needs to plan out everything first, because it's just that I appreciate cleaner lines, and I appreciate like the composition of shapes more. I think I'm going to use this pencil. Um, yeah. You can really take your time to decide on what to put on your canvas, because this is a great method for you to kind of like compose your artwork. You can like arrange it, collage it in a way that you are satisfied with. Yeah, just think of it as a way for you to decorate a living room or a room with your furniture, because that's how I work. I have all these elements. I create the element first, and then I will compose it, arrange it according to how I feel. I think it works. I mean, you shouldn't think so much on what it means, or is there like a deeper meaning to it, or is there a narrative? Because I mean, I believe art can be fun and just playful. So this is what I have so far. I think I'll just add another element to it, because I like that it's spaced out like that. You can even overlap your shapes, but then I want to do it. I'm gonna use this ruler at the end. Yeah, and I think I'm done. Yeah. I mean, if you're not, I would say, confident enough, you can just draft it out on another piece of paper. And like what I did, I just play around. This was a lighter, and I just play around with it and see if it works. I mean, it's good that you have an eraser for you to erase. I even use the eraser here. So yeah, I think we're ready to paint. Um, I think before you start painting, I think you need like a container of water just for the brushes. Today I'm going to use acrylic paint. And I think I'll only be using two colors. There's no right or wrong way either for you to choose what color to use. I mean, what's for you, I always think of it as it's like you're going out and then you're picking out an outfit, and you see like some people match their socks with their belt and all that. I That's how I work. That's how my thought process is. But I think today I'm just going to use two colors just because I feel this is what I feel today. Yeah. I think I'm gonna start with red first. I believe red also in the Cult Creative Kit, yeah. Remember to just like take your time and like see what works. You don't have to force yourself to create something like really fast, but just because of this session, I'm picking it up a bit. Yeah. See, is this red? Oh, yeah, gotta play music. I've been painting a lot at home because of the quarantine. Like for the second quarantine, I'm like actually here in JB right now. Um, I'm at my parents' place, and yeah, I've only been out like a few times because I was actually kind of scared. But anyway, yeah, I've been painting a lot. Being a person that works like only digital, it's good to just like take some time for yourself to like not think about anything. I mean, you don't have to think about, oh, like, is this for a client or anything? You just, you know, have some actually have a hobby. I've also been like doing Instagram live sessions a lot with like other creators, and some of them are like I will also featured on Cult Creator. The idea of this whole Instagram live session was to kind of catch up with people and see what they're up to, how they're handling the pandemic. So if you have any questions about this or about me, you can just ask in the chat or you can do it now. So I'm a very perfectionist kind of person, so it's a bit yeah. I know. I think this is one thing that I need to let go because I don't know whether it's like because of the control thing. Like I'm really comfortable. My comfort zone is like Adobe Illustrator because you can undo things. Yeah. Even in sketching and drafting out ideas, I do it digitally. I used to want to like draw and sketch and stuff, but that only lasted for like a year. But like whichever works for you.
So Sherwan, you mentioned just doing the live streams to kind of catch up with other creatives.
Uh-huh.
But like we mentioned as well, like you were actually a part of the cult creative video. So actually, like, how was that?
Uh-huh. Oh, that was actually really fun. I mean, I got to meet so many creators. I mean, met new friends, met old friends. It was really refreshing to kind of like share stories and like kind of like not to say complain about clients, but exchange experiences. But
I mean, they
yeah, I
get
mean,
it,
like I never
right?
knew that. Yeah, I never knew that KL was actually the KL circle is actually really big because I met his wife called Lai. It was really great. Oh, met a new friend, and then we were talking about like the places that we go, the people that we know, and like we don't know any of the people each of us know. So it's like, oh wow. And then he's saying like, oh, there's this new studio opening, and then I was like, oh okay. Or it's yeah. Sometimes it like amazes me how some of us are in their own circle. I've done the last time I had my studio in Chinatown, I did like a mixer, and then the one that for everyone that turned up was everyone that I knew. Yeah, but it was really great. Like thank you so much, Colt, for like having me that day.
Honestly, it was such a pleasure to just have you, yeah, and all of our other creative crushes as well. Like, I mean, to be able to be there in that space with you guys and actually kind of like live in like Cult Creative and like feel that in real life was super unique. And thank you for joining us as well. Like, you guys were so nice
I'm
to come out.
I'm actually really looking forward to Cult's new app, the one that about the listing of all the creatives. I mean, I think even in this day and age, even like I've been doing this for 5 years, people are still like searching through the grapevine of who can do work. There's no official way of people looking for commission jobs and stuff. It's usually they're just from referrals, which is like, I don't know. I think it needs to kind of like be better. I'm actually really looking forward to the app.
That's so good to hear. Yeah, yeah. Like you mentioned, like with referrals, like, and I think, yeah, you definitely said it right when you were like, we're all kind of trapped in our own like kind of social circles, and like even with referrals, it kind of hinders people from meeting new creatives. Like
Yeah,
the KL scene is so diverse that it's just, yeah, we wanted to kind
yeah.
of break those the walls.
Because you always see, I mean, not to say that it's bad, but you always see like the same people getting uh clients and stuff. I mean,
Yep.
yeah, I mean it's their luck and stuff, but like it'd be great to kind of discover new talent.
For sure.
I've
And like, you
been
never know, maybe like your perfect talent could be like right around the corner, just like out of view, right? That type
and
of
also
thing.
clients always ask you for other creatives, which is a bit odd. Macam they because they don't know where to look. I know red can be like intimidating, but red is my favorite color.
I mean, it's intimidating, but it's also like really dynamic. I think I
I
like
think
red.
I think one word that would describe red, I would describe red is misunderstood.
I mean, isn't everything in some way or another? Well, getting super deep with the color red. Actually,
I
talking
read.
about that. Mhm.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. Go ahead, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying like I keep telling people this all the time, but I read somewhere that you are inclined to your favorite color because of the country you live in, the flag, the colors of your flag. So
Oh,
Malaysia has all the
I
I
never
don't
thought
know.
about it
I
that
don't
way.
know where did a study on that. It's true
Maybe.
for me lah, because I like red, yellow, and blue.
Oh, oh, the primary colors.
Yeah.
Very, very artistic fitting for you.
Sorry, you were
Maybe
saying?
maybe I'm living on some weird planet or something, because my favorite color right now is like browns. But I think that has to do with my like earth, like I'm an earth sign. So
Oh
I think
wow.
that, yeah. Yeah. Very cliche of me to like browns.
I'm an air sign.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm like, my interest with horoscopes is very new though. So yeah, can't speak to how, yeah, but it's definitely an interest. So I think it's quite cool.
Uh, is it true that you're gonna have the horoscope on the app as well?
Yes, actually, like I think
Is it
this
true?
is maybe, sorry, maybe this is something that like people don't really like know about our team, but actually we ironic, like, not ironically, but surprisingly, like we have a lot of similar signs repeating in the team, and like maybe it's a coincidence or maybe it's a vibe. Like with this, I think with any creative, like vibe is very important, right? So yeah, we have a lot of earth signs
I
around us, and we were like, maybe it's an actual thing. And so we figured like with the app, it's like maybe there are some people who only prefer to work with
oh,
certain
that,
apps.
That's so fun. Oh my god.
What about do you have a preference?
For me, it's more on statistics.
Oh,
I don't know. Well, I don't know. I think it's more on statistics because okay, my mom is a Cancer, and then I'm a Gemini. Growing up, my best friend is a Cancer, and then his mom is a Gemini. It's
oh
crazy.
wow,
It's just
yeah,
mind
yeah.
blowing.
It's
And
a lot of the patterns, right? Yeah.
we've been friends for like over 20 years. Still friends. It's crazy. And then you kind of get like the same signs around you growing up, and then you kind of gravitate towards more of these signs. Because I get a lot of like Cancer, Scorpios around me, and even Aries. Yeah.
For sure. I think it's like a
Look at
with
us talking about
horoscopes, it's
signs.
kind of like a common thing for you to attract certain types of signs, right? Yeah. I think I
Yeah.
attract a lot of like water earth signs. Yeah.
What's your sign?
I'm a Virgo.
Yeah.
Right? It's like someone who's like not really sure about horoscopes. It's like, what does that mean? So I actually saw earlier that like some people, yeah, are like following along. So like, can we see some progress checks? I see like Book of Lies here and Canvas looking pretty good.
Are you asking me or them? Oh, this is what I have so
Everyone,
far.
yeah. Let's see some. Oh
So,
yeah, nice and bold with the red.
so I'm gonna go with the next color now.
Yep.
These are actually like normal acrylic paint, and I went to Daiso for the container because it looks nice.
Oh my god, I'm the biggest fan of Daiso.
Also, like for people who are painting already, I think I would suggest you paint like from inside out, just because it will be easier for you. Less, it'll be less messy. This is the blue. I know my wall is blue, but yeah, this is different blue. Is blue and orange the official creative, like creative colors?
Yes, that's definitely some of our like brighter colors with like hot creative. We actually do have some more muted ones, like some lighter shades of pink and white are also part of our colors.
Oh,
But definitely with our feed, like the orange and blue definitely stands out. It's a very like rich, it's a very rich shade of like blue and orange. So with your creative process, is there like a, like you mentioned today, like the it's just like based on like objects around you. Is that usually your process, or does it differ from project to project?
uh, yeah, that's the thing. That's a challenge that I kind of like. I don't struggle. It's just the struggle is convincing the clients to buy into your narrative, I guess, your body of work. Because I like to kind of emphasize on shapes and objects rather than people. I mean, the less organic it is, the better. Because for me, and it's only a preference that for organic like subject matter, I like I would go to photography for that instead of like. I mean, I appreciate artwork as well when it comes to hyper realist kind of work, but I personally like just shapes because it's so, I wouldn't say primal, but it's so, I wouldn't say basic either, but it's just that it's accessible, I say, yeah, for people. It's either you get it or you don't, but that's really up to you. It's just preference.
Yeah, I think like with art, there's always a lot of pressure for people to kind of create something super like intricate, and like you mentioned, like sometimes it is like with shapes, it's like there's not too much to like absorb at once. You can kind of like go at your pace
Yeah.
and kind of take it in.
I like the fact that objectively, like superficially, you can just appreciate it as a nice like artwork rather than having to find out the meaning of it and stuff.
Just like kind of appreciate like what you're seeing. Yeah, not like kind of overcomplicating it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think I would need like a time of day for me to do that, not all the time.
Yeah, for sure. Like it can get a bit exhaustive, right? Just like if it's the continuous cycle kind of.
Yeah.
So was that kind of like your main like kind of inspiration when you first started creating, or like how did you come about to like start your creative journey?
It's an interesting story. The first thing I painted, it was for a friend of mine, and then I think it was she's one of the creative crush as well. Her name is Dana. Um, she was leaving for London, and I wanted to paint something for her. And at that time, I was doing graphic design. I wasn't like doing art. Um, I painted a circle, triangle, and square on canvas um, with using red, yellow, and blue. And then I think
Faith colors.
to me now it's just instincting, instinctive. Yeah. It's like I don't know. I don't really know what reason to give. It's just that was the first thing that I just thought of. Weird.
And then like that, then that was like, yep.
Yeah.
Creative journey was born.
That's like okay. I don't know. A bit shocked sendiri lah. I was like, okay, I like it so much. Then I was like, okay, I want to explore and develop this further. So, I don't know.
I think that's nice. Sometimes like people, I mean, yeah, sure, like it's great to create things that people will enjoy as well. But I think like first and foremost with creating anything, it's like if you don't love it, it's like anything after that kind of doesn't matter, right?
Yeah, that's that's a yeah. Like usually, I for the first 2 years of doing art, I always like struggled with struggled with um, like what people might say, but now I just like okay, if you don't appreciate it, then it's fine. It's like people have different value different things. And I think it's about the insecurity. It's good to have other creatives around to kind of like, reinforce their confidence because I bet everyone goes through that. And then they measure their value by the amount of clients that you get. Oh, that's worse.
Yeah, it's all about like that. It's like expectation is I think the true killer, right? With anything. And I think one of the upsides to like, talking about things that you create with other creators is like I think because they understand the process, they get like how much is behind it, right? It's not just the painting.
Yeah.
It's not just the design. Like it's a lot of kind of hard work over the course of like quite a span of time, to get to that end point so they can kind of like appreciate it that way as well.
It was really awkward time for me to get into art as well because like most people I'm pretty sure came from like a hobby. It was a hobby for them, but it wasn't a hobby for me. It was just something that I knew I wanted. I guess it was like a new hobby for me, but yeah, it was something that I genuinely had fun doing.
Hi, media friends. Welcome back to the main call. As you can see, Sherwan is actually, I think, Sherwan, can you show us like a little progress, kind of maybe talk people who have just joined us, like what's been happening?
Yeah. So this is what I have so far.
Maybe Sherwan can, because like some people have actually just rejoined us back from the break room. So maybe you can give them like a, like a, like a crash course on like what's been happening while they've been in the Q&A.
All right. Okay. So for those of you who have had gotten the canvases, and for those who haven't, you can play around with this idea of having shapes from using any items that you have on the table. Like right now, like for me, I use the calligraphy ink for this round, and then I use this pencil lead for this, and a ruler as well. So this whole process is inspired by Michael Craig Martin, this really famous British artist, I believe. Yeah. So he plays with a lot of lines and shapes, and we were just talking about like making art accessible because everyone's like creative, and I feel like this is something that anyone can do. Not saying that you know my kid can do it, you know, in that kind of, but what I'm saying is that I think this is a really nice activity for you to just take some time off of your day, or like half an hour in an hour, just just paint. It's like really like a coloring book, but you make your own coloring book. Because I've already done like 6 yesterday, and then I did this today. But yeah, I think I'm almost done.
Yeah, but of course, for those of you who have just joined us, of course, don't feel any pressure to get everything done. During this session, we do encourage you to take some time out of your busy schedules. Sometimes it's nice just to breathe and create for a little bit, and that's kind of the whole point of, not just digital experience, but all of our digital experiences is just to connect and unwind a little bit.
When I look around, I can see the world around there. Yeah. When I look around, I can see the world around. I think I'm done. Because like you don't have to make it as perfect. You can make it as perfect as you want. Like you can clean up the lines on your own time. You can use tape for the cleaner lines, but I'm happy with this. You can usually paint. You need like a few layers to be flat. I am that kind of person that would uh, strive to have my paint flat. I mean, but you can play around with textures as well. This is totally up to you. You can have it. You can paint the whole thing and then wait for it to dry, and then add more like patterns or texture. You can add more items, but like as you can see, my work is very geometric and it's very. Even I painted this yesterday, and also this is something that I
It's so
painted
pleasing
for
how
Cloud
clean that
Creative.
is. That's so interesting. Yeah, it's so
This
clean.
was actually based on like Cult Creative's name. I wanted to deconstruct the letter C, so this is how it came out. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. Yeah, I hope you all kind of have an idea of what to do with your canvases, and I would recommend and encourage you to paint more. As in, I think I've already have my weekend activity sorted by just using all the items from my table. And I think this is something you can do as well. And then once you're done, you can print it up or just give it as a gift to people. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you, Cult Creative, for having me as well. I hope everyone's
Thank you for coming through.
having a great week. Stay safe. They were just gonna continue painting some.
Of course, everyone, once again, like I know that some of you joined us like kind of towards the end there, but we hope that you guys kind of got the like spirit of it, and hope that you continue on to do your mini canvases if that's what you're working on today, or if not, like any art paper is fine. The whole point of this whole session is just for everyone to have some time to create today?
Make sure if you can tag or mention Cloud Creative and me, and if you're gonna post your work in progress or your final product. You can also find me on Instagram, like Sherwan Rosan, or Facebook. I'm on all the socials. Yeah. Sorry, I'm like a perfectionist. So
Okay, Sherwan. So do let us know once your masterpiece is ready for today, so we can give everyone like kind of a final view of the
oh,
artwork. But no rush, no rush. Go ahead, like go with the creative process. It's
it's
always
actually, it's actually done already. I'm just I'm just putting
just
on more
perfecting
layer.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, here it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the final look. If you could give this a name, what would this be called?
Uh, connectivity. I
Wow.
think yeah, because I feel like for you to give meaning to something, if you mean something to you, then it has meaning. But like if it doesn't, then just connect the meaning to you. Yeah.
Okay. So I think that about wraps up our art jam session today with Sherwan officially. So Sherwan, thank you so much for coming on as our guest host for today. We hope that you guys enjoyed the art jam,
No
and
worries.
yeah. So for those of you who did join today, whether it be from the start or you just came in at the end there, we do hope that you guys finish off your masterpieces. And like Sharon mentioned, if you want to actually share that with us, you can post it up any way that you'd like, and you can actually tag us. So Sherwan's IG is at Sherwan Rozan. And of course, tag us as well at Top Creative, because we would love to see all of the things that you guys have created. And of course, if you enjoyed the session, you enjoyed just this chat that we had with Sharon as well, and you want to see more of his stuff, do check out his socials. You can actually just do a little light stalking. Put Sharon Rosa right into Google, and like all his social medias will pop up. He's on Instagram, Facebook. He has his own website. Yes, I did a little bit of light stalking. And if you didn't know, he was actually featured as one of our creative crushes for Creative Crush Wednesday. So we do have a little write up about him as well on our page at Cult Creative KL on Instagram. So you can look through that as well for a little bit more insight into this artist. And of course, to all of you who have taken some time out of today to join us, I just wanted to extend a huge, mushy, heartfelt thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you guys had as much time, as good a time with us as we did having all of you here. It's always such a pleasure to see the call. For those of you who have your cameras on, thank you. Hi, so nice to see you. So we hope that you guys have enjoyed the session, because, of course, it's always, always, always such a pleasure to have all of you. So once again, my name is Heidi, and on behalf of Cult Creative, we will be signing off for today. But we do hope to see you guys really soon. Bye.